everyone, and welcome back to the pregnancy vlog. So baby's coming along really good, and I needed a couple of more t-shirts, and I had remembered I hadn't made this video for you yet. So I wanted to show you how you turn just a normal ordinary t-shirt into a maternity shirt. I actually learned how to do this because of one of my previous pregnancies. I was given a t-shirt that came from a non-local source, and I'm not real big on buying things without trying them on because I hate return shipping, and just going to the main post office in Lansing is just a huge hassle. And our local post office only has 3 parking spots, and there's always a wait to be able to get a parking spot, so I just don't go there. We also don't have mail delivery at home. So what I've done is taken just a simple t-shirt, and I usually buy them a couple of sizes bigger. And because t-shirts can be so inexpensive, you can use old t-shirts in your closet. Your spouse's t-shirts work really well too. These two I had both picked up at a thrift store, and I got them 2 sizes bigger than what I normally do. So now here I am later in pregnancy, and I'm still able to wear them. And as long as my pants stay up, the belly doesn't show. So what I've done is just added a small strip of elastic on the inside of the shirt. So you've seen me in videos wearing both of these shirts, and you can use any color elastic, but I try to use whatever I have on hand. And if you are doing a sheer material, you want to do something that's lighter, you can also do this elastic at the bust line to make it an empire waistline. And you can go as high up as you want or as low. So if you just want a little cinching, on this one I started down low, and on this one I went less. I stretched it less as I sewed so that there wouldn't be as much gathering. And on this one I started way up high because it was very early in my pregnancy, and it was still wintertime. The trouble I'm finding now is it is getting summertime. We've only got a few weeks left, and I just need a couple of more shirts in my wardrobe. But to go to the maternity store and find a maternity shirt, I only have motherhood maternity wear close to me. And frankly, taking 4 kids in there to try on a couple of shirts isn't worth the bother for a couple of weeks of pregnancy left. So I am going to grab a t-shirt from my closet, and I'm going to show you how to do this on the machine. Okay, so for video purposes, I'm going to use a lighter colored elastic than my shirt so that you can see what I'm doing, and I'll use white thread also. On this particular shirt, I have a lot of excess material at the bottom, and it's not very form-fitting through the rib cage. So you can put your elastic wherever you want that ruching to begin. So I like to start at the bottom and then stretch it as I sew upwards. So I'm going to go a couple of inches from the bottom of my shirt, and to show you here, I'm going to pin this right on the edge where the seam is on the shirt. And this is just for matching it up purposes. It doesn't need to be pinned in place because you're going to be stretching it as you sew. If you've seen my other video with the menswear to maternity wear, the main trick with sewing elastic is you want to make sure that you are stretching it to the same degree so that you don't end up sewing up into the armpit. And I want this to be facing the same way. So I'm just going to hold those together and match up where my elastic is going to start. And I like to use a zigzag stitch. Okay, so you can do this with whatever kind of presser foot you like. I'm using an even feed presser foot just because it's on there for my last sewing project today. Thank you. And I want to keep this on that seam allowance from the factory. Otherwise you're going to be making your shirt smaller at the same time if you don't. So my first couple of stitches, I'm just going to do some space stitching or anchor stitches. And because I'm using a zigzag, you want to make sure that your foot has an opening for that sewing machine needle to go back and forth versus just a hole in the center. So I always like to start with my foot in the needle down, your foot down and your needle down position. My sewing machine is all manual. And I'm going to pull out that needle so I don't hit it and break my sewing machine needle. Okay, so now we're ready to go. Now I'm going to begin with my pulling on my elastic. And I'm pulling from behind with my backhand. And I'm working this way so that you can see, but normally I would have the sewing on the opposite side. Now the more you pull your elastic, the more puckering or ruching you're going to have on the side of your shirt. And of course, if you think that you have made this too long, you can just trim it and stop stitching wherever you feel most comfortable with it. And then finish your stitching with some more stay stitching. And now this side is complete. So now I'll do the same thing on the opposite side. Okay everyone, so I just wanted to show you the finished shirt. I've tried it on and it felt really good. This was an oversized shirt that was in my closet from previous pregnancies that has always been way too big for me, and it's always something that I just wear for the last 2 weeks. It was so big, it was like 3 times too big, that it just felt like a tent on me. And making it smaller by doing this really helped a lot. And you can see here the elastic on the side. And if you needed to make your shirt smaller, you could just take it and sew from inside out, the armpit down, and follow your contour. And a nice way to do that is to lay out a smaller shirt on top of it and trace where your natural like waistline and everything fall. Another tip to do is you can do the same elastic trick on the arms, and that would gather up any excess material on the arms to, number one, update the wardrobe, and just in general make it smaller and better fitting. So if you're going to cut up somebody else's clothes that you borrowed, make sure that it's okay in case they want them back. Never say never, but this should be my last pregnancy, and this will be the last time that I need this shirt, and I have no problem being able to take out this elastic if needed to pass it on to anybody else. So thanks for watching everybody, and we'll see you next time. Bye!